Now, whatever you do, don't push this button.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
That's right.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone!
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae, the first today portion of Mugen Eclipse.
And it's me, Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse. We are back with another brand new series on the channel. We've been saying that a lot lately, but it is a new fall season of anime, and we have Naoki Urasawa's great masterpiece, Pluto, today.
Peep the trailer. You guys showed a lot of love, so I know a lot of you guys are die-hard fans of Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what, Astro Boy, right? So
Yeah, retelling of Astro Boy.
a lot of history there. I'm sure a lot of people have seen the OG series and probably also have read, because this is like a reboot of an arc, pretty much.
A retelling,
Like
I think
that, right?
it's technically classified as, so I think they take like maybe the best arc or one or two arcs and they kind of combine them into one unique story.
I know it has a lot of mystery in it. Sci-fi elements.
Murder mystery, which I'm really excited
Murder,
for, because the last one that I watched was an absolute masterpiece, that being Death Note, of course, but I love me a good mystery in a series.
And we got 8 episodes, hour-long episode.
Mhm.
That's how you know this. I do trust it and believe that this will be really good, because a lot of people have been hyping it up, and I'm excited for it. So that's all I got from my end for the intro. But anything else from you?
Nope, nothing else to add on my end, guys. So without any further delay, let's get into the newest episode, that being episode 1 of Pluto, right about now. Are those manga panels that they're showing?
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I feel like this is like a Marvel comic strip-esque intro. We're not going to get an opening, but we're going to get this. Huh.
Scientist
Yep.
Reinhardt.
Montblanc.
This is, so far the animation is really good on my eyes, so I can see everything really well. First person POV. Nice. Ooh.
I like this method of storytelling. It's a very much show don't tell. I love whenever they do splits of people's personalities with window frames.
Erwin Reiner.
So this is a world with both humans and androids. How do we know who's who?
Like the color palette.
I feel like he is an android. You gotta drink your motor oil! That's what an android would say to me when I drink my coffee every day. Okay, getting into the politics.
I wonder what kind of world we're taking place. Like this is taking place in, like what year, and because I feel like it has that real world type of influence versus like being a whole brand new fantasy.
Our killer head is a pattern. Now, I know that this author, his other story, I've read about a third of it. It's called Monster, which I'm sure most of you have heard of. He does base his stories in Germany, and I would think that this is, you know, like a futuristic version of Germany.
Right. Oh, God.
Mangled. But, okay, so we'll get into our first, like, official philosophical question now. Like, where does the line start to blur? When does it become a human versus an android versus something in between?
How long have all these experimentations and such?
That's another good question.
You look like we're in, yeah. Oh, wow.
You got a phaser gun.
Ooh, whoa.
Oh, it's just your local crackhead. It's fine. Okay, so Neuhead. Okay, this is probably in Germany.
Damn, some authors really love German stuff, like whether it's the music, whether it's just names, the designs.
That's not by accident. That's because of the ties back in World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're strung out, and that did jack all!
God damn.
Wow, it's
Whoa,
so
what the-
fluid!
Yeah.
It feels like
But does his
putty.
body, I mean, I guess his body does. Yeah, exactly. He does just move like that, too. Remind me of that robot from Rocky 4. He gave it to Paulie for his birthday. Paulie, R.I.P. The actor passed away very soon.
Yes. He's like Andy. He's got a USB chip in his head. But, like, actually.
For real.
Honestly, like, I've felt this way in real life recently with the advancement of camera technology, but especially if you have robots like this that are in the detective field, you could not possibly get away with crime in this type of world. It is almost impossible. Well, Rule 13 says a robot can't do it, but if you're more than a robot, that rule doesn't apply to you.
Plus, what would that mean? I would assume that there's a reason why they made them so that they can't attack, meaning that there might have been situations where they have attacked people before.
And why is that Rule 13? Like, what are the other 12?
That's always a thing everywhere, whether it's a damn constitution, a damn anything.
Yeah. Wait, 39th War? It took some time for me to process that. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah. Damn, shout out my boy Coda. My hero.
He kind of built like Coda, too. Sorry, Mont Blanc. I'm not trying to throw shade, but...
And mountain, Coda, Rocky type. Okay, Orikoshi, I see the...
It's almost like he was a martyr. Okay, so what is he flashing back to? Is this his origin? Is this a previous case he worked on? Is this simultaneous? Do they have a connection cerebrally?
Hoffman. I think Hoffman, I could be wrong. I think that's like a type of like Jewish last name.
Okay.
I could be wrong though. Let me know down below if you're Jewish and your last name is Hoffman. Then you can
Real world
confirm it for me.
experience.
I will say too, for this series so far, from aside from other series I've seen with robots and human interaction, they interact with them very in a humane type of way. For the most part, the conversations doesn't seem very
Disparaging.
I mean, yeah, and I guess they're at the point in time where like maybe they're far removed from when they first had to do that.
Yeah.
Versus now.
And I think we're also probably far enough removed from the first androids to where we start, like I said earlier, to blur the line between humans and robots. Maybe if a person was wearing a robot? Is that too dark? Oh, that would make sense as to how they have a workaround, because then the human could harm another human, but the robot is working with the human in order to transport them.
I wonder how does that, like a relationship like that work? Is it just so they have some kind of companion? Because they're still robotic. Even though we're probably so far into the future where they're more and more like a human, they ain't quite like a human though.
I mean, do we really want to get into that conversation with how marriages are in today's world?
I mean, hey, you're right.
We can
You know
talk
what I'm
about
saying?
that.
Hey,
We can
you're not
talk about
wrong.
that at the end cap discussion, but
You are not wrong, my brother. You is not wrong.
oh, that gets into so...
Damn.
I love this conversation.
Yep.
He's not junk. He's not a robot.
Think about real life. Do you think it would be wise to develop robots to this extent, or do you think you should?
I think
let
it's
them,
trending in that
less
direction,
developed?
but I do think we need to be very, very careful. And even if we are very, very careful, it might get out of hand way too often.
Oh.
Okay, little gut check. Oh, not a little more than a gut check.
Yep. Oh.
That icon on his shoulder. Could you imagine, like, from our perspective, if your wife, she was killed and we were able to take her brain out and give it to you so you could see her last memories? Like, this is objectively messed up. What did he see?
Oh, really? Ooh.
Oh, this Robbie!
Oh.
Robbie!
Oh.
Something jumping? It's Superman!
Wow. Mm.
Now, I wonder why she said that. Was it because it didn't have, like, an identification marker? If it didn't have, like, vital signs of a robot? Or if it did have vital signs? Like, I wonder why she specifically said it was not a robot. Like, how does she know that? Or the
Also,
server
can they
room?
age? Do they age?
I don't know.
The only reason why I asked it because like his character design is very like he's balding. You know, like I don't know. I'm just looking at just certain things.
Can they not kill this thing? I have accessed the internet. Okay, so it happened at least once.
Mm-hmm.
Nope! 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 Nope!
Get your hand out my face. Get your metal ass hand, cold hand. The ancient gods of Europe.
Ooh. God of Death. The Horned King. I think we have our episode title. Oh, Pluto. Okay. Name drop.
That's another thing too. What would happen if you gave a robot, if you taught them like all the history or a lot of history
Of humanity.
Yeah. Where have I seen that from? I've seen that from somewhere.
Give me a second. I'll think of it. I know it definitely
Fifth
happened.
Element. I think.
Okay, so we have the 6 advanced robots.
Yep.
Delicate.
Okay. All right, Duncan.
North number 2. What a terrible name.
So the robots, they can have like admiration. It's like they. What do you think that they're missing? Per se, at this point, it's kind of hard to.
I feel like the best way
they-
I could describe it is they have emotions, but they don't have love.
Okay.
Like, they might be married, they might have, like, relationships with other robots, but it doesn't seem like they're fully there. It's kind of hard to describe.
And I feel like I don't really. Well, we'll see. Like, happy emotions doesn't necessarily seem like it's a thing, but they are able to like admire things, like that kind of stuff. But they themselves don't really feel like. Do you feel that music? You're like, oh, you good, but you feel it.
Oh. See, here you go. Like, all the ingredients were used, but there's no love in that.
Damn.
So he seems like he does have a little bit of animosity towards robots.
Does the Amish still exist in this world?
You know they do. They are eternal.
They're probably like, hell no. When they heard about this from somebody from the outside, they're like, hell no. I wonder if that's going to be a thing too for the series, if robots is going to have like, just develop a lot of curiosity.
Well, curiosity or jealousy. Like, there's a piece
Both.
of the pie that they're missing with their experience. So how do they get that piece? His luck at the piano.
Like, bro, you gonna die, bro. Don't worry about it, man. Damn.
He's like, I'm gonna inherit this anyway. Wow. How do you respond to that? Not just a robot that can play music, it's a robot that wants to play music. And look at that, like previous experiences is changing future decisions. Oh, he doesn't want to play that because it's a painful memory.
There aren't music, it's just imitations. Flashback.
This soundtrack is just gripping.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. His music is literally his life.
Yep. This is back in like 2027.
Yeah. A few years from now.
Of course, it gotta be a Japanese doctor, you know? Is Gitsu.
I know this VA too! But I also feel like this is a reference to Monster because there was a Japanese doctor that went to Germany. And they didn't say what his name was here, so that just might be a small little interlude. Oh. The darkness came.
Ooh, I like how they did that. I just realized, I like how they did that. I want to play the piano though.
He's like, so I'll be back tomorrow on my free time, since I don't have taxes to pay. I'm a robot. He's like, fine.
Through the window. Throw a rock at the window, like, nah.
Bend at the knees. Oh, and this is his life? The story of his life?
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh, that'd be creepy.
Oh! Urasawa did a great job in what I read of Monster of having these interconnected stories that seem entirely separate, and then the connections that he makes is amazing. We've been with this Duncan composer for about 20 minutes now. How is that going to relate back to the mainline story?
I wonder if that's like just to show that like he's going to essentially he will end up being back in a battlefield of some sort, and that was just his only quote unquote way out, but he won't get that, so that's why they showed that to us.
Oh, he saw her walking away. But he fell down and couldn't catch her. Wow. Tens of thousands.
I ain't gonna lie, that is scary to think of. I'm thinking about, what if we use robots in our world to fight wars? Eventually,
Without a doubt. We already have drones.
I'd be scared though. I'm like, they'll probably be like, you know what? Hold on. What were we doing? Let's kill the humans. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, full circle. Oh, she was there the entire time.
I mean, I understand this for like dramatic purposes, but
yeah,
like, you know,
I get it.
It's one of those things. I have a love and hate relationship with that when it comes to writing, but ultimately, it still works for the narrative because it's like, okay.
No, that makes sense though. Like the song that he had in his head, it was probably her singing to him. Yeah, not to like pile on too much on cliches, but to walk a mile in another person's shoes, they have separate but valid experiences in their own lives.
Yeah, exactly.
So just trying to make that connection just with another entity, whether it be robot or human, it's important. So here's the thing. Which one of these two characters is going to die? I feel like it would be more depressing if North number 2 dies, because then we get to see his reaction to it.
There goes the connection. We're connecting back to, yep.
And let me guess, he's one of the 6.
Okay. Oh, damn.
He's ready for it. And remember, Duncan said don't return to the battlefield, but he's going to return on his own volition. Oh, and he can't see what's happening. Well, this is haunting.
Here comes the sun. The same sun back in the flashback.
The last sunset. The reflection.
Oh, wow.
Stop it, Gigi.
Now we've got to brace ourselves for more relationships between humans and robots and the rest of the special bots.
Okay.
Oh. You will float too.
Oh.
Adam.
Hello there.
Damn boy.
And that's the end.
Ooh, like this.
We'll let this play out though. This jazz.
Dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun.
Great episode.
That was phenomenal.
So I assume these two are like going to be like our two main protagonists. Specifically, Geishitsu, whatever his name is.
Geishito.
Geijitsu.
Genjutsu.
And I believe this is the boy of the Astros, Atom.
The promised child. Slayer of tornado demons.
I can't wait. What, like, since this is a mystery, just imagine like the last, like,
Plot twist.
episode or two. Or yeah, the finale is probably going to be a really peak finale. I can already feel it. All mysteries end up having a peak finale, in my opinion, or a peak revelation. Because they got to. Mystery, you got to have good plot twists, good revelations, all that. So, all that jazz.
And you said you've never read or watched Monster before, Vante, is that correct?
Nope. I've been meaning to, though, so it's been on my list.
Definitely tell Urasawa has his pen in a very similar vein for this particular series. I can tell a lot of overarching like methods that he uses. Like I was saying earlier, with like the unrelated plot line, you get invested in those characters, and then he connects it back to the main story seamlessly, I might add. All right, I don't think there's an end credit scene. Do you want this to keep playing, or do you want to just stop
Yeah,
it?
there is none. I can see it on my end. I don't think there's none.
I'll just stop it then.
Yeah. But yeah, okay.
Where do you
I
want
don't
to
really
start?
know what much. Yeah, it's like, I mean, so the Mont Black Blanc situation, or is there something at the end? I'm not sure. Nah.
I already closed it. It's fine.
But yeah. Anyway, though, you got that situation, which is pretty much like the catalyst for a lot. Was going on with like some of these robots. I'd assume that these two right here are probably, well, maybe not those two. Probably Adam though. It's Adam. Like he looks special. He looks like a special robot. But I don't know. Like other than because you have these robots that can't hurt humans, right? They can fight in these wars. They kill each other, their own kind. They don't hurt humans. You have a human that end up getting killed, and you have Mont Blanc, a robot. What's going on? Old boy robot that was an impel down level 7. he seems a little bit sinister. So there's all I gotta say is that for this series, when it comes to like robot humans stuff, humans are definitely the catalyst for a lot of the problems because we make the robots.
Of course.
I mean, even if there are defects, I mean, sure, but at the end of the day, whoever created it, that's on them, whether it was intended or not. That's on them. So at the end of the day, I can leave it at that for that section of the episode, and I'll just briefly talk about what we watched for like the past 25-ish minutes.
Yeah.
With Duncan, Sir Duncan, and North 2. Really good stuff there. Really good stuff. I guess it sets just like this expectation for me personally. Without this, I said it a few times about humans and robots, their kind of relationship or companionship.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see that quite a bit more, whether it might be from like the inventor of the robot and the robot, or situations like this. I just wonder what other situations, maybe a love situation between the human and the robot. I can see that happening. Some kind of loving relationship.
Yes. So
that's all I gotta say for
again, because I've read about a third of Monster Guys, I've definitely noticed some similarities in the writing style of Urasawa, and you hit it right on the head. There are going to be different types of relationships specialized in each of these individual episodes. And I do own the manga series for Pluto, and I am aware that there are 8 volumes and 8 episodes. So each individual episode will likely cover one full volume or one section of the story. So it's very cut and dry of where the story starts, where the story ends for the end of the volume. And the point that I brought up earlier that kind of hit close to home, let me pull it out of my pocket. Oh, nope, it's on my bed. I have to have eye drops because back in college, I overworked myself and ended up popping blood vessels in both of my eyeballs. And ever since, I have not had proper moisture in either one of my two eyes. And it's had an effect, like, throughout the rest of my life, essentially. For a decision that I made in college of just to the books, every day, all the time. That was all I was thinking about. I was obsessed, just like Sir Duncan was with his music. And it got me a level of success, but if I had to go back in time and do it differently, it's not worth it. So when you have those regrets in life, and especially when you have the level of success that Duncan has, sure, it might ease the pain a little bit, but he had to build up his own mother to be the villain because of decisions that he made in his childhood to essentially overwork himself. Overworking yourself is definitely not the answer. And then also you have to think about, like, what are the repercussions of going so hard in the paint, so to speak. Because if he hadn't pursued music as hard as he possibly did in this storyline, then maybe his mother wouldn't have had to go to the help of a multi-billionaire in order to get this specialized surgery in order to save your life. And then maybe you would have had a better relationship with your mother. You might have even had your eyesight. So that whole plot line, to me, it just hit on a personal level. And I just wanted to share that with everyone because, wow, Pluto, this first episode, it had me engaged. It had me emotionally invested. And I cannot wait to see what happens in the next one.
Right. That was something I don't really, like I said, I haven't seen something like this in quite a while. A mystery manga or series with philosophical elements, that's why I referenced Neon Genesis earlier, because I've heard that series had like a lot of philosophical elements with, you know, robot things and people, stuff like that. So I could tell that, well, obviously from this episode alone, just this alone, you could tell there's something that's very unique about it. And when it comes to philosophy, I'm a philosophical type of person, so I love things like this. And when it comes to the existence of a certain species or entity or whatever, and putting it into a story with, you know, them having to interact with each other for different, you know, reasons, like something like this with the whole robot fighting in a war, killing his own people. You have this guy, Sir Duncan, who became blind, overexerted himself, became blind, and he's, you know, this very successful musician and whatnot, and composer, and having these two intertwine with each other. I would never predicted something like this even happening for this episode and for anything, pretty much. So that's why I'm interested to see more interactions like this from people from like either two sides of the same coin or completely different people. And the juxtaposition when it comes to that is always elite to me in storytelling. So I'm excited to watch the rest. And I don't mind giving this long discussion. This is episode 1.
Yeah.
We got y'all, man. So, but that's pretty much it on my end, though.
The last thing I want to add, guys, if you are watching up until this point, please subscribe to the channel. We have lots of similar content to this. And we're also going to be reacting to the rest of the season, so make sure you don't miss out on that.
Yes, sir. So you guys know the drill, man. You guys can expect, you guys will see the videos drop. They won't drop like, it'll take, how long do you think it'll take to drop all of these? Like maybe
2 weeks at most.
2 weeks? All right, yeah. About 2 weeks. So you guys will be seeing about, you guys will be seeing a few episodes a week, and we'll see how you guys will see it. All right. So subscribe, make sure that you're in tune so you can see when we drop our reactions and whatnot. And yeah, since that's it, we're going to be on to the next episode as well. So hope you guys all have a good one. So please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next video, and peace.